Hi everyone, I'm JeroenPaulThesseling and welcome to the review of Doctrine, the 6th record by the band Pestilence. Today we're celebrating the 15th anniversary of the release, decided to go back and see if it still holds up or not. I have already reviewed a couple of Pestilence albums, so go check those videos out. My story with this band is quite simple. When I was a small kid, my siblings were massive fans of Pestilence and they didn't enjoy the Spheres record that much, so they would lend me that cassette tape over the time and I would listen to it. I've been a massive fan of this band since then. Back in 2008 when they've announced their reunion, I was actually happy about it. Then they've dropped the Resurrection album, which is okay, and then Doctrine in 2011. When it comes to lineup here, we've got Patrick Mamley on the vocals and guitars, then another Patrick on the guitar, then JeroenPaul on fretless bass, and Yuma on the drums. Patrick Mamley is the founding member, so you can find him on every single Pestilence release. The other Patrick has been in the band since the second album till the 2013 one. Then he sadly quit in 2014, which was a massive blow for this band because he would co-write songs for every single release since the second one. For Paul, this is his second release with the band, the first one was Spheres, and Yuma is the newest drummer. The production here is tight, it's clean but heavy, not as no clipping, just the way I like it. Every instrument is mixed perfectly and you can hear it without any problems. When it comes to the message, it's diverse, it's mostly sung from a perspective of a pope or a priest, I think, who's like the leader of Christian faith or maybe some other religion which poisons the world, so it's a negative connotation to that stuff. It's okay, it doesn't bother me. Next we've got the structure of the songs, which is basic. Usually we've got an intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, chorus, outro. Bridge usually is the most technical out of all of the passages, and sometimes the melodies from the bridge reappear in the outro. When it comes to music genre, this is death metal, but it sounds experimental. The reason for that is that the guitarists decided to use low tunings on 8-string guitars and the bassist went for a 6-string fretless bass. Overall, what they've created here is a very distinct sounding release, which echoes the identity of Pestilence from the past, but also has a new quality and vibe to it, which for some reason, at least to me, reminds me of old school Korn and nu metal bands. Sure, the purists might hate me for stating that, but I've heard this record over 100 times and it truly sounds like, what if Pestilence decided to mix their sound with Korn and some nu metal from the 90s, with a drop of Meshuggah influence thrown in, because why not? Now let's talk about the performance. Let's start with the band's drummer. His playing is tight, I love his double bass work, his grooves, the style, the precision of his playing, he was perfect here. Then we've got Paul and his bass lines. Well, the bass is audible and his playing is phenomenal. It reminds me of his work in Obscura, it has that vibe to it. He never overplays, but also he never follows the guitars. He's always in the background doing his own stuff and I commend him for that. Next we've got the guitar work, which is my favorite thing about this release. We have some crunchier, heavier guitar riffs, groovier ones, mixed with those very technical death metal ones, and that original Pestilence flavor on top, so it all sounds really good, and some jazzy guitar solos on top of that, because why not? Last but not least, let's mention Patrick's vocals, which are different from the previous release. There he would growl more lower vocals. Here he's more in the mid-range. It actually reminds me of the first two records of Pestilence. For some people that's a good thing, for others it's not. To me it actually sounds great. He sounds tortured, like I don't want to live anymore, and it's great. Now we can finally rate the individual songs. The album opens up with the intro, the Predication. It's also the only track here with 2 words, the other songs only have 1 word. Probably so you know that the first one is not a song but it's an intro. We have some priest or pope speaking in Latin and then he starts screaming and that's it, and it actually sounds pretty good. I do enjoy the performance here. There's no music in the background. 7 out of 10. Amgod is the first real song here and I love the main guitar riff. I love that guitar riff. The first vocal line, which is like It sounds so funny but tortured at the same time. I love it. I actually do enjoy this song quite a lot. It's a banger from beginning to end, not a perfect one, but it's a stellar opener, 9 out of 10. Doctrine is the only song co-written with the other Patrick. This one has a fantastic main guitar riff and the bridge section, but overall it's just not memorable. You're going to forget about it, even if you're going to enjoy it. 8 minus out of 10. Salvation on the other hand is almost perfect. I love the chorus, the bridge, the verses are fun as well. This track I would recommend to anyone, should have been a single with a music video. 10 minus out of 10. Dissolve is actually a quite interesting music piece. I love that cool bridge section and the chorus. Some of the guitar riffs here are just so mesmerizing, while others are kinda boring, and that's just it. It could have been a masterpiece, 9 out of 10. Absolution is a track that has a lot of jazzy influences. I love the guitar solos here. The drums and the bass lines are shining, not just on this song, but just throughout the entire record. Yeah, 8 plus out of 10. Sinister is the second best song here. I just love the groove, the nu metalish elements, the pow melody, the bass lines are just juicy, so fun to listen to, and the vocal performance here is probably the best from the entire release. 10 out of 10. Meanwhile, Divinity is my favorite song here. I just love the main groove. The drummer is seriously underrated here. This is probably the best song when it comes to the drums. A fantastic banger from beginning to the end where every band member shines through. 10 plus out of 10. Deception is another cool song which on its own is just not memorable, but I do enjoy it, especially the chorus and the bridge part. 8 out of 10. Malignant is a little bit better because while Deception has some weaker parts and some very strong parts that resonate with you, this one is just consistent from beginning to the end. It never slows down, never becomes boring, it's just a fun song from beginning to the end. 8 plus out of 10. And the final track, Confusion, this one I love its atmosphere, the vibe, the chorus and the bridge part especially, but the verses are fun as well. Yeah, it's a little bit better than Malignant. 9 minus out of 10. To sum it all up, the consistency is stable, the flow is fitting, groupability. Yeah, this is an excellent release, I enjoyed from beginning to the end. The highlights are Sinister, Divinity, Salvation, Confusion, Amgod, Dissolve and Malignant. Doctrine is probably my third favorite Pestilence record, so that might be blasphemy to most of you. Spheres will always remain my favorite one. But Doctrine just has that something special about it, because other records do not sound like this one. It's an experimental release that not many people are going to enjoy, but those who will just have a great time, like I did. Celebrate its anniversary by spinning this record today, it deserves your love and attention. Don't forget to like and subscribe, follow me on my Instagram in the description. Also check out my Doom MIDI cover of Sinister, which I did today for the 15th anniversary, it's pretty fun. Shout out to all my Patreon supporters who graciously sponsor these videos, you're truly wonderful. You can join them if you want, so I can make a Doom MIDI cover, lyric video or an album review. Why not? See you next time, bye!